Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about XRP, XDC, DAG, and a few other assets as well. So sit back, relax, and let's jump fully into this and talk about some exciting things. So now we are seeing a little bit of a switch in the market. We are seeing Bitcoin back at 61.5K. Like I said, volatile price action is going to be easily seen, especially today after that weekly and monthly candle close. Now, with that, we also see a little bit of some leeway throughout the market. Nothing too crazy, as Bitcoin dominance right now is at 44.1%. So not too much movement's going to be happening right now on the 24-hour span for a lot of these assets. But we did see XDC making some leeway today, up about 11.41%. Now, I do quickly want to address the fact that XDC holders are very, very patient. I'm personally a very patient XDC holder myself, because when we're talking about the long-term viewpoints here on XDC, this is one of those assets that you need to be paying attention to, because even at its current all-time high chart, we are still at these nice pinpoint bottoms that we've seen back in even April, or I shouldn't say April, back in June. But back in April, even if we're talking about, realistically speaking, we were pretty much at these prices as well. So the price that we're currently at is fairly undervalued for the past chart. And even when we're going back to the 1 year, here we can see those April prices, 13 cents. We're not even there. So the price right now is extremely undervalued on this. And especially DAG. I've talked about both of these assets as some fairly good entry points. DAG, or Constellation, has been ranging around this 20-cent span for a fairly long time. Going back on the 3-month span, we went down to as low as around 16 cents, almost 15 cents if you will. But we've just been in this massive consolidation ever since hitting 45 cents. I think that this still has a lot left in it. Extremely undervalued asset at about $257 million, and we're going to be talking about why. But before we fully jump into this video, I just want to let you guys know, if you guys do want to get my personal extra strategies and all that kind of stuff, you guys could do so on my website, NCashOfficial.com. This is pretty much where I include all of my crypto insights and more. There's a ton of content on here, so if you guys are obligated to, or I shouldn't say obligated, but interested in getting any of that content, you guys are more than welcome to. You guys aren't obligated to purchase anything, but I'm just letting you guys know. And of course, I do have the Crusader Trading Bundle Pack, which includes all products right now, as well as all future products for free. So it is the best deal out of the bunch. But again, it's all up to you guys if you want to do that. Links will be down in the description below, as well as in the comments below. Now, I do want to talk to you guys a little about this airdrop that we're going to be seeing, which is the XFi airdrop. Now, this is going to be extremely low volume, because look at the circulating supply on this thing. For one XFi token, you need 235.275 Songbird. So for each 235.275 Songbird, you're getting one XFi token. Now, you don't really have to do anything with this. All you have to do is hold it on an exchange that you received your Songbird that is supporting the XFi airdrop. Uphold is a good choice in my mind. Now, with this, okay, I just want to say the Songbird airdrop was fairly low in tokenomics as well, because we're seeing, it's like 0.15 something for each one XRP that you were holding back on December 12th. So when we're talking about this, these are some very low cap gems, and I think that these have a ton, and I'm talking about a ton of upside potential, especially something like XFi at like a 40 million supply, which is crazy, to be honest with you guys. Now, I do also want to talk to you guys a little bit about this. XRP is the only coin in the top 20 that hasn't yet hit all-time highs this year, and we will be seeing those all-time highs very, very soon. I think a lot of people need to realize that this runs last, not first, and I'm very excited to say the least. I think in the next 2 months, XRP is going to show a lot of people why it does pay dividends to hold something and have the patience to hold it for as long as we have. Now, as to see our XRP lawsuit, judge seals evidence that could prove SEC lied to the court. Now, if you didn't see this yesterday or missed it yesterday, essentially the SEC has sealed that evidence that XRP has been trying to get to for a fairly long time regarding the Ethereum, Bitcoin, and XRP information. It's sad to say the least, but I think at some point in time we will see this come to light. Who knows? We're going to have to wait patiently to see what unfolds in the next coming weeks to months. But again, I'm not scared about this SEC lawsuit. I don't think that's going to hold us back at all much longer. So definitely pay attention to the next 2 months. Now we also see here some serious token volume on the XRP ledger recently. 10 million plus traded on the decentralized exchange, spread across 225 plus token pairings in the last 24 hours. The top 10 buy USD volume in the last 24 hours are, and here are those top 10. Of course, XRP or XR Doge, Solo, Xpunk, Bay, and a few other ones, of course. Now we do see it hitting that $10 million plus volume. This is incredible to say the least. Again, this is all on the XRP ledger, so this is great, and I think that this is something to really kind of give you guys that insight on how big the XRP ledger is going to grow once more transactional volume does flow. But $10 million plus is significant for 24 hours, especially on something like a decentralized exchange. So this is pretty cool to say the least. Now we also see here not just XRP, but all ISO 222 tokens, and it's rumored participants like XDC and DAG. One could argue that this whole dog and pony show on the world stage is just to distract people from the new digital economy being built right under their noses. And if you guys missed this, check this out. This really is the last one. Can anyone explain why a Canadian exchange would delist XRP? The SEC has no jurisdiction in Canada. As I've shared, there is a quiet global effort to acquire XRP to eventually be used by central banks for its intended use case. Be blessed. And I've always said, when we're talking about what's happening throughout this entire market, okay, you need to pay attention to these ISO 222 tokens. Governments do not want you holding these tokens because of how big they actually will become. I've always said that for the longest time. Do not hold it on an exchange. If you can get your XRP off of an exchange, do so right now. The best way to do it is through a ledger. I have a link down in the description below as well as in the comments below. Do not buy it off of Amazon. You don't even have to buy it off of my link. Buy it off of Ledger themselves, because that is where you could get the most trustworthy products from in terms of cold storage. I used Ledger all day long. I have had no problems with it. It's honestly solid for me. I have the Ledger X, and like I said, hold all your ISO 222 tokens in cold storage. It is the best way to store your coins, because then you know that they are yours. Now I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about XDC here as well. Getting tired watching meme coins with no use case doing 10x's plus. Seriously, what's up with crypto nowadays? XDC and XRP with real use case should do more than 1000x. Shake my head. And I'm with him on this. A lot of people think that within this market, you see these meme coins pumping, so it's like, oh, whatever, utility tokens are dead until they do get utilized on a massive scale, but that's not the case. In fact, these massive utility tokens are being utilized right now. So once we have that dissociation throughout this market where we kind of disconnect from Bitcoin and do a run on our own and really kind of march into a utility market, which I do believe is around the corner. I think it's 2022, to be completely honest with you. Most likely around this time in November of 2022 as well. I think that that's the big flipping point where we do see this market kind of move from a Bitcoin market into a utility market, and I'm very excited for that. Now we also see here XDC. People are the most patient in crypto. This coin is actually being used in real life application, and the price just chills. 99% of other coins are speculative. This is reality, so we all just hold and know the future is bright. And this goes for XRP as well. A lot of these are being utilized on a massive scale by financial institutions, by central banks, by a lot of individuals. Maybe not by central banks just yet, but financial institutions are already utilizing XRP. We already know that with the ODL service. And XDC is being used right now as well in sort of the same aspect. We go back to R3 Corda being stretched out into a massive ecosystem. So the adoption right now is taking place. We're seeing a lot of utility being brought up, and not a lot of PA, but don't worry, that is going to be breaking out very soon. We also see here XDC, Global Trade Finance, Zinfin, digitization of trade finance, Global Trade. The pandemic tested global industry supply chains to their limits. McKinsey estimates that up to $4.6 trillion in trade flows may shift across a range of industries from machinery and equipment to transportation and aerospace. This reorganization presents both challenges and opportunities for the future of global trade. Of course, we do see here in 2019, the trade finance gap was already at a $1.5 trillion market point, but this figure has shot up to between $1.9 to $5 trillion according to the latest estimates. The digitization of trade finance is the key to a sustained recovery. Banks and fintechs will play a huge role in providing a critical financing need for businesses throughout the world to recover to pre-pandemic levels. Of course, they're going to be adopting AI, cloud, and blockchain to provide real-time dynamic discounting and access to early liquidity. And I think a lot of people are going to see this come to fruition. XDC is the leading name in the global trade finance zone, and even if we get 10% of what this market is worth, which we've already known that it is worth up to about $19 trillion at scale, that is going to be fun, especially if you are a early adopter of XDC. Now, it says here, when just one financial institution starts using the new revolutionary XDC trade tech digital trade finance platform on a daily basis, it's already too late to catch this infant rocket. Never seen in crypto before, just HODL and you will be rewarded beyond belief. This is exactly what I'm talking about, guys. We are extremely early to something as big as XDC, and I think that a lot of people are not realizing this. This here, if you don't think that the end goal is to get XDC ready for Swift, you must not be paying attention. Andre might not speak about it, but I believe he is helping XDC become liquid with the SMEs, and also then can present what XDC can offer for Swift. And it is going to get interesting once we do see that Swift integration with XDC, or even financial institutions using it in the trade tech digital trade finance zone. Now, as to see here, how is using some home fans to cool Bitcoin and Ethereum mining equipment any different to blowing on an Atari or original Nintendo cartridge in the 1980s? The answer, it isn't. We'll look back and laugh. We did it when cleaner, less planet-destroying cryptocurrency is available as well. So, yeah, when we're talking about right now in this market with Bitcoin and Ethereum, a lot of people think that they're the future, but they're not. We see XRP, DAG, XDC, QNT doing incredibly well, and like I said, with DAG is huge. The only real layer 0 HTTP transfer protocol provides a secure tunnel for any data types. It can't be accessed by any outside entities, no gas fees, decentralized generation of wealth, logically bridging the gap with crypto/real world. And check out all of the use cases behind it and all the technology. The Hypercube, this is huge. Create crypto wallets, deploy your own blockchain, mint your own cryptocurrency, explore and validate transaction, end-to-end blockchain business toolkit. State channels, of course, state channels are huge. Hypergraph network, like I said, DAG is extremely undervalued with the massive utility behind it. And a lot of people compare DAG to HBAR and stuff. Honestly, I don't care what these two are going to be doing on their own. There is so much money in this pie that is Web 3.0 in the future of finance, and of course adoption with these many incredible assets within the space. They are all going to succeed. Who cares which one is the number one asset at the end of the day when we are all making massive gains on investing in solid, sound utility? That is my base point behind these assets. People compare XRP to other assets. People compare HBAR to other assets. People compare DAG to other assets. I don't care. Listen, I have my utility grade tokens that I'm invested in, and I will continue to invest in these until they are adopted on a full base level and we march into a utility grade market, because that is where the true value lies for a lot of these assets. So with that being said, I hope that you all enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on. If you guys want more free content, you guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.